Yo, yo. Boy, they try to keep me down. Straight up, they try to keep me down. Try to keep me down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, my guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, they try to take him out the game. Straight up. That's just all affirmations, man, right there. All affirmations. Where am I at? On YouTube, X, and Kick right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna roll with Kick for a little bit, but I'm gonna have to substitute that Kick for Twitch. That's what I'm gonna end up doing. But yeah, man. What's up? What's up, Black Harry Potter? What's up, Ed? Man. They got me this morning, boy. They shut my channel down and everything. That was crazy work right there, man. That was super crazy work. Let me let me share up a few things while a few people try to come in. A few people that I do got. What's up, Pat? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, Pat? Good morning, afternoon, rather. And they trying to take me out. Where we at? What was I gonna do? Okay, let me try to set this here. It's all right. That's why, man, I gotta build a community outside of all of these other communities. Therefore, I got control of my audience and my people and whatever else we're trying to do. Let me share something real quick. Mm-hmm. Mm, no. Share this there. Put that up there. It's still morning. Oh yeah, for sure. I think y'all what 2 or 4 between 2 and 4. You two trying to give you a hard time. Yeah, they messed with a real one. That's a mistake for sure. They got me back though. They got me back. They got me back. I know the community would have had my back either way it go. I know you guys got my back. But definitely, um, they had me. They had me in the chokehold right there. Putting this up. Unpin that. Okay. Uh, I still hadn't even finished setting up the stream for sure. Yep. You already know we riding for sure. Where we at? X. Okay. X. Let me go to my profile. Pin this up here. Hmm. Pin that. And let me roll in some more channels here. Some of my things. Game day insights. MLB. Game day stats. All stats. Yeah, I was a little frustrated this morning. I didn't look at a lot of stuff. I didn't look at a lot. I didn't look at shit. Truth be told, I'm trying to get my shit back up and running. Straight up. Uh, hmm Did a Jackson video. If you guys want to check that out, I'll go over it right now while I'm here. And let's see, ESPN up there. Let me get a lineup page up there. And we're cooking with grease. After that, yes, sir. You guys got any plays, anything you guys like already? I don't know. Uh, I am. Man, I didn't go through anything. I went through a few things. I'm definitely limited on time today, but we're gonna get through what we can get through, right? Yesterday, Jackson. We'll take a look. Few plays that we were on, they definitely cashed for us. So shout out to that. You know, uh, let's see. Start now. Today, yesterday Jackson went 3 or 4 on the home runs. Yesterday, that was a round robin. That was strong. I should have stacked Toronto yesterday, especially Bichette. And Jackson gave us Bichette, bro, and he hit 2 bombs. Toronto, that was definitely the place to be for sure. For the people who have DraftKings Sportsbook, it says double your winnings, 100% boost. Join the DraftKings Discord and unlock 100% MLB boost. Join now. So that's something I'll have to look into in a second. Uh, I do. Christian Walker for a hit, Winslow Perez for an HRR, and Colton Cowser for HRR all over. Shout out to Black Harry Potter. I got to play right next to Christian Walker. I'll show you guys in a second. Right here, you should be right next to him. What up, boss? I didn't pull the trigger yet, but I'm like I like what's that? J Ram and Freeman and Fantasy. Is that J Ram Fantasy? Okay, we'll check it out. We'll check it out. We will. Okay. Uh, Shout out to I don't know about my guy YouTube name, but he did join the Discord yesterday, and he came right in there and dropped the bomb. Right. I boosted that motherfucker, dropped $5 on that motherfucker and cashed $80. That was beautiful there. Um, I forget my boy name. He inboxed me on Twitter. He be in the streams and the different names, Jordan, the different names, the different names fucked me up, right? Jordan Brown though, he jumped dead in the motherfucking Discord, he dropped a motherfucking, that was some shit. He dropped the 3 hits yesterday's game. He dropped the 3 hits in 3 hits in each game, right? First quarter. Uh, he dropped the 3 hits in let me see. In the first inning, I mean. It was damn, what game was that? Of course, it was the Toronto game. It was a 3-leg Toronto, San Diego, and fuck, I forgot the other game. I got it though. Actually, I could just look at the ticket because I smacked on that. Either way it go, he cashed that motherfucker, and then to San Diego, they wanted to jag it, man. They came out there and got walked 2 3 times in a row, man. That was wild as hell, man. J Ram, I think he's gonna steal that base. Okay, bet. The trail was on that. The trail was on that, right? I also love Kyle Teal, PCA, Manzardo, his runs on RBIs, all overs. Okay, and where can I join the Discord? The Discord, Black Harry Potter. Um, I supposed to have put the link on my YouTube channel, but when I woke up, the motherfucking YouTube channel was out of there, right? So I will put it up. I will put it up. Um, I get your shit in on your inbox. Hello. Why for who? He ain't got no shoes. What size he wear? He homeless. Mm. You black. Mm. All right, I'm streaming. Just see what he wear. I probably wear about 10 pairs of Jordans to school. So I mean to work every day. So I got plenty. I got plenty of shoes. So it is what it is. I wear 11. It shouldn't matter to him right now if he need whatever though. But I got a couple pairs for him though. It's all good. All right. Homeless child. It's interesting. I got some shoes. I don't wear. I got so many pairs of Jordans. It don't make no damn sense. He gonna be like, damn. He said, y'all don't forget 2 years ago, Marks the J. Ram Anderson. Oh man, who they playing the Sox? Let me get into it. And this may sound crazy, but I absolutely cannot get away from Mookie Betts getting 2 hits today. I know it's been a rough stretch, but today feels different for you. If it feels different, make sure you straight bet it. Make sure you straight bet it. He's been having a rough ass season. Make sure you straight bet it though. You know. So today, he they gave me Stanton, right? Let me see. Yeah, they gave me Stanton. They gave me Barnabell, Tyler O'Neill. Shout out to the lick on Tyler O'Neill. Yesterday, I couldn't get away from it. Uh, they also gave me Zebby Matthews over 4.5 Ks. They gave me Gary Crochet over 7.5 strikeouts. They gave me Zach Littell over 17.5 pitcher outs. They gave me Toronto Blue Jays over 11.5. And they doubled down on Stanton for a bomb. And they gave me Josh Jung for a hit. Andrew Vaughn, we're going to target him today for a hit. Uh, we're going to target him for today for a hit. Those are some of the hit rates right there for some of those hits right there. So these guys, the bomb, this is a home run hit rate for Stanton. And then Young for a hit. Andrew Vaughn for a hit. Those are some of his hit rates right there for sure. Yep. So uh, yeah. So since they bothered my channel this morning, I didn't really get a chance to look at anything. I did a quick drive by on two, so I'll show you guys. And I'm not going to have a lot of time though. I know maybe y'all got some weird notifications from my YouTube, but it is what it is. Um, they had just restored my channel. And I set to get paid like on the 21st or something. I'm like, they finna take my money, my money and everything, man. Cause I'm big on letting these sites pay me. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on that. Okay. I did like something on the Minnesota side here. Um, we got Paddock and we got Matthews. Paddock going to Detroit. I mean, well, um, yeah. Paddock will face his old team, so that's interesting right there. So that's that. When I put in Paddock's pitch mix here, I was definitely looking at Walner. Same thing as yesterday. He had a bomb yesterday, right? So we was on the bomb yesterday. So let's see, lefties. Looking at Paddock here. Um, uh, so bringing it in, I'll say the last 3 weeks. Matt Wallner right now, last 3 weeks he's got 3 bombs and 4 extra base hits off this pitch mix. 6 for 12, batting 500. The last with a 5% K rate as of late on that pitch mix. Bringing it into the last 2 weeks. 4 for 8, 2 bombs, 3 extra base hits. And then the last 7 days, he's 3 for 6. So could be a sign of him warming up versus some of these pitches. We know all it takes is one swing of the bat. Chris Paddock has given up 11 home runs to left-hand batters. So it is what it is with that situation. He's in play for hits all the way up to a home run. When you're looking at the righties there, Royce Lewis did flash for me in spots. I would just want to see who's going to be in this lineup. Last 2 months, he's 6 for 17 versus this pitch mix. But I think bringing it into the last 3 weeks, he's been looking okay as well. So that's pretty much like where it kind of like started at for him. Last 3 weeks versus this pitch mix, he hadn't struck out. Don't know what he's seen, but I could take a quick look and see what he's seen. But 5 for 9, 2 extra base hits, 1 home run. I mean, okay, whatever, right? He's probably hitting around that 5 or 6 slot. That's where he's been at, trying to work his way back up. But, Royce Lewis, those are probably my favorite bats from this Minnesota squad, right? If I'm looking for hits or something like that, I probably look at, sadly, out for hits, I look at Royce Lewis just like yesterday, and I'll look at a bomb or something like that. Hits all the way up to a bomb for, what's the boy's name? Wallner. Now, on the Detroit side, now Jackson does like the 4.5 strikeouts for Zebby Matthews, and Zebby Matthews does have some K stuff. So looking at the strikeouts for Detroit versus righties, we could take a look at the past 30 days. Shout out to Casey Mize for cashing that play for us yesterday. So shout out to him. So we definitely did hit that play. But Detroit. Last 30 days versus right-hand pitching, they are number 1 in striking out. That's interesting, right? The last 14 days, Detroit is number 1 in striking out versus right-hand pitching. With a 112 WRC plus, indicating that they will hit righties and they will strike out too. You know what I'm saying? So both are in play. Last 7 days, 134 plate appearances, 24% K rate with a whopping 168 WRC plus, meaning they will strike out, but they will they've been hitting in the process. So what do you think he gets his Ks before he gets his ass tore up? Do you think he don't get tore up? Then you can look at his Ks, or how's this shit gonna work? You know what I'm saying? But that's that in a nutshell. Looking at Zebby Matthews, since he's been back, I think he's been back 3 starts. He probably missed about a month and a half here. Then came back on the 19th, 25th, and the 30th. In those starts, he had 4 Ks, 7 Ks, 6 Ks. 6 Ks versus Colorado. Go figure, right? Damn. That boy didn't hit his Ks yesterday. He had 3.5, 2, 3, 4. What's his name? Eric Lauer. That shit kind of, we missed it on the hook. But every game this season, he had 4 Ks or better. Every game this season, he had 4 Ks or better. And, yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's possible with a high K rate like that. It's possible for him to hit his Ks. As far as the bats, I mean, right now it just feels like the same old song from Minnesota here. Detroit here. What I would say is that fastball for Kerry Carpenter. Kerry Carpenter likes that fastball. The last week or so, Kerry Carpenter has 2 bombs on that fastball. We know he's pretty good at baseball. We do know he's good at baseball, but lately he's hit a few bombs on that fastball. And actually, let me see, the last 7 days. Last 7 days, he's hit 2 bombs on that fastball. All the usual suspects the last 7 days have a home run versus this pitch mix here. So this is just a snippet of the last 7 days. Winsel Perez, 7 for 9. Shout out to Ed, Kerry Bonds, you know what I'm saying? 3 for 10. 2 of those 3 were bombs, right? Colt Keith is 7 for 12. So Colt Keith, Winsel Perez is definitely hot versus this pitch mix. This is the last 7 days, what's been going on as of late. Okay? As of late. So as of late, you know what I'm saying? They've been hitting. Coke Keith been hitting. Winsell Perez been hitting. Um, so and then flipping it over here to the righties. Because you definitely want to know what's been going on as of late. They could have hit a rock, right? Remember, we were just looking at Detroit like, damn, they slumping. Like my Cubs still slumping. You know what I'm saying? So, just seeing what's been going on as of late is, really, really good to definitely pay attention and take heed to when the team is getting ready to take off, you know? So, let me see, at bats. So, Jake Rogers, that's the last 5 weeks. Come on, bring it into the last 2 weeks. Okay, Gleyber Torres, last 2 weeks. Gleyber Torres, 8 for 23, 7 days. Gleyber April 23rd, 2022, Gleyber Torres hit a walk-off single to lead the Yankees to a 5-4. Okay, my that AI assistant listening too hard. Oh man! So last 7 days, you can see for these righties, the strikeouts have been there. And a lot of these guys are over, right? So it's interesting to see who's going to be in the lineup. That's the last 7 days. Lefties been hitting, righties haven't been in the last 7 days. You want to look at the last 2 weeks? Spencer Torkelson 1 for 13 versus pitch mix. Baez 1 for 10. Um, uh, Torres is 8 for 23, but the last 7 days, the righties haven't been looking that good. It's been the lefties the last 2 weeks, okay? So I couldn't talk you off any one of those lefties there. So it is what it is, right? If I'm looking for a home run, something like that, I'll definitely be looking at I'll definitely be looking at Kerry Carpenter and Walner. I'm building parlay strictly off the stream, and I'm dropping a little something crazy on it. Okay, keep me posted. Keep me posted. Keep me posted. I have that link somewhere. I gotta drop that link to the to the stream here. I mean to the what's the name? Houston and Miami here. Now I was in the process of looking up um I was in the process of looking up the picture, but I'm not going to do that, right? So I'm gonna just take a rain check here on the Miami bats because now we're gonna have an opener for Houston. Then we got Blue Bar. He's gonna be pitching. I did look at some of Blue Bar's numbers. He averages strikeout per inning. But it's just we're gonna have an opener. Then he's gonna come in. For me personally, that's too much. Um, some of the usual suspects they will be in play, but I just think that's a little bit too much for me. Need that Discord like air and a pair of yeah. I don't have a lot of people in there. It's only like 2 or 3 of us in there, but it'll get good. It'll get there. J Mac, what up? What up, J Mac? What's going on? What's the deal? What is the deal? But I'll drop it though, cause he definitely dropped a bomb in there yesterday, and I don't tell nobody, bro. But I tell that motherfucker. It just said tell. I was at work. It just said tell me, and I tell that motherfucker. And then cash. I dropped that boost on there. I don't even bet on FanDuel like that. I dropped the boost on that motherfucker and everything. I only put $5 on it, but it still got me close to 100. That was beautiful. I should have dropped 10, 15, 20 on that motherfucker. Straight up. But it is what it is. It was meant for me to hit that motherfucker because I remember when I used to try to put those when I used to try to put those when I used to try to hit the tap the links. Shit, the links would never work for me for FanDuel, but that motherfucker worked and we cashed that. All right, so shout out to him, man, for dropping that. San Francisco and Pittsburgh. Guess what? I took a rain check on this. I just went straight past it. I'll go. I can do a drive by on it, but let's talk about the Miami game that I did look at, and but I looked at the Houston side. So shout out to Harry Pot. No, let me see. J. Ram, Christian Walker. Black Harry Parker say like Potter likes Christian Walker. So Um, with that being said, so we know with Kyle Quantrill, he's giving up to righties, as you can see right here. He's got a 338 batting average, and he's going to see a decent amount of righties here. It's just going to be on. It's going to be on Houston to get busy, right? So, you know, uh, so it's going to be on Houston to get busy. So right now, it's about lately for me right now, and lately, um, it's Yainer Diaz for me, right? We're gonna see what's gonna happen here, but what was he throwing? He was throwing. Right, so he's throwing a mixture of things. His top two pitches is getting cracked. He's got a 400 batting average and 3 runs apiece on his top two pitches, but then he's mixing it up with a lot of 16 percentages, 12 percentages, 17 percentages, shit like that. So I didn't even single out a single pitch, but what I did here, he's gonna see a ton of righties, and I came on down here to the last 3 weeks and said the Braves wouldn't pitch to Contreras last night, 2 walks, 0 of 1. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Um, yeah, so Yana Diaz, he was kind of starting to, stick out. I was looking at Korea. The barrel rate and stuff was there. He did have a bomb there, bat 290 there. And then that strong 353 batting average right there starting to stick. 4 extra base hits and 2 home runs for Yana Diaz right there the last 3 weeks. And then the 2% K rate was definitely something I was very interested in. Then I brought it in another week for Yana Diaz. Yana Diaz, 11 for 26, batting 400 off this pitch mix with 0 strikeouts in the last 2 weeks. But the righty's going to get a bump, though, right? Going to get a semi bump right there because you see, the righties, they ain't, shit. He's giving it up to righties. And then the last 7 days here, decent little hefty sample size for these guys. But, Korea has a bomb. Urias is 3 for 11. Two of those three is two bombs. And then Yana Diaz is a whopping 9 for 18. So I just went on here and said, fuck it, right? I'm gonna side with the Yana Diaz with the most hits and the most at bats versus this pitch mix in the last 7 days. It could be a match made in heaven for the righties. He's going to see a ton of righties, right? The projected lineup is going to have a lot of righties because that's all they roll out. So they do have Sanchez in the projected lineup. They have Trammell in the projected lineup, but we will see what's going to happen, right? So it is what it is with that situation. The pitching situation for Houston is remain to be seen. Guys like Cal Stowers are definitely in play. There was a few guys that looked. I think Ramirez looked good at times when I did the little tinkering, but I'm not even going to go in there. Right? It's going to be. I'm going to be looking at the Houston bats. I say you can just about blindly take somebody like Stowers for a bomb if you want to. The Contreras boys scare me because they both will walk a lot. So far, I have Yana, Diaz, Royce Lewis, Kerry Carpenter, and Andrew Vaughn all for a hit. Bet. I like all those guys as of right now for sure. I definitely do. Let's keep it rolling. Um, but all it takes is for the. I mean, of course. I mean, it takes for you to be on, of course. But I can see anybody though. Christian Walker. I can see anybody getting busy here. Straight up, I can see anybody getting busy here. They all look good, and then, like I said, the pitcher's giving it up to righties, whatever case may be. Now, I'm gonna just keep on going. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not scared to miss something here. You know what though? Let me take a look at Burrows though. Let me see Burrows. I'm not scared to miss something in this game because I thought I seen something yesterday. These two motherfucking teams just. Mm-mm. I don't care about missing money. I just don't want to lose none. Burrows got a 3.88 ERA, 8 bombs. Burrows haven't given up a bomb in 3 games. Oh man, last time he pitched, he seen these guys. He gave him 7 strikeouts in 6 innings at San Francisco. Now he's back at home in another pitcher's park. Can he do it again? 7 Ks, 6 innings pitched. He pitched very good. Mm. Could be a nerfy spot here. I like this for a nerfy spot, even if it's a parlay piece. So like that, I do like that. I'll do a quick lean in. I'll lean in there, but I ain't. This ain't my favorite game. Lean in there real quick. San Francisco righties. Jordan, that's yeah. Yeah, Jordan dropped that bomb, man. Jordan came in that motherfucker and dropped a bomb in that motherfucker the first day. Straight up, that shit was crazy as hell. Shout out, that's who dropped it, y'all. Shout out to my boy Jordan, man. Jordan been on it. He been on his channel for a long ass time. Add the two hits. You say what game for the Nerfy? I think I don't mind this game here for the Nerfy here. This Pittsburgh game. I don't mind this one for the Nerfy. I don't. Uh, Mike Burrows. Right now, I'm just gonna dropping a yeah. Shout out to Jordan for sure. I'm dropping I'm just gonna do a quick drop by right here. Not spectacular. I'm in and off this game because I didn't want to bet on these bats anyway. Mm, yeah, I didn't want to bet on these bats anyway. Oh yeah, and they just had the same matchup a week ago. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, yep. He blanked him, pitched good too. Strikeouts, I never know, right? Matt Chapman, last 2 weeks, he got 2 bombs versus Pittsburgh with a 35% K rate though. I don't think I want anything to do with these bats. Ramos, 6 for 14 last 7 days. Mm. Ramos, 6 for 14 last 7 days. Sliding over to the lefties here. Just doing a quick drive by. And I don't have a lot of time today because they fucked up my shit. Um, hmm. Last 2, 3 starts for Webb ain't been all that either. But this is a pitcher's ballpark here. Devers, 31% K rate. Dominic Smith, last 7 days. Dominic Smith, 4 for 6 versus pitch mix, and Devers, 3 for 10. There's some strikeouts there. There are. Let me go to the strikeouts real quick. 5.5 for Mike Burrows at plus 135. 7 for Logan Webb at plus 110. I think they got to Webb. They had to get to Webb. One earned run, 4 walks, one earned run, 11 strikeouts. So he bounced back that game. Prior to that game, Webb, prior to that game, he gave up 6 to New York Mets, 4 to Toronto, and 6 to the Dodgers. And he got to see these boys one more time. This is the shocker. The shocker. Oh man. What's that? One, two. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3 of his last 4 games, he hasn't even won 6 innings. That's unusual for Webb. So just y'all know that. I just don't want to deal with the bats here. I don't. I don't want to deal with the bats for neither one of these teams, man. Not today, but never know. This might be the day they pop off. I don't know. I really don't want to deal with it though. Um, Lately, I'll see what they've been doing lately. Last month. You think he had an injury? Interesting. Look at that. Mm-mm. Ain't nothing I can do to make that look better. Look at O'Neal Cruz though. 320 with a bomb in the last month, 3 extra base hits. Good for you, guy. Last 7 days, trash. 0 for 6, 1 for 8, 1 for 9. Even Spencer Horace. He got some weird ass pitching there though. Logan Webb got what he got? Mm, that must be to the righties. He ain't throwing nothing off the wall. Let's take a look at the righties. I'll look at the righties last month. I ain't even gonna look up that. Last month, what y'all been doing. No bombs in the last month. A lot of red around. I can't. Look like the pitch is supposed to look good here. Should look good here. I didn't look at the weather though, bro. Let me see. Where my links at, man? What the links at, Kevin? Milwaukee at Atlanta. Ugh. And in one way, it looks like a lot like last night, with a batch of scattered showers in around the area around game time. The difference today is that the models are bringing those showers over the ballpark as opposed to just east of the ballpark yesterday. We'll need to monitor radar pregame. Current best guess would be a late start and play, but there's plenty of other possible outcomes. Cincinnati and Chicago winds blowing in 5 or 10 miles an hour wouldn't matter in most spots, but in Wrigley definitely. Every mile per hour counts. Okay, right, for sure. Um, so I can see I can't talk you off back in the pitchers in some shape, form, or fashion in this game. I don't want anything to do with these bats. A couple bats flashed out, but what's the total here? Probably 7.5, right? Might be an under spot here, and in the game might be an under spot here. Under, you get the over at -101. Under at -120 is favored to the under. So do what you will with that information. Um, Baltimore, we got over under 10. Philly, Baltimore, right? So yeah, Schwarber was on one. I did like Baldwin for a hit. Okay, bet. Philly. No, we'll go off this schedule here. Athletics in Washington. Let's see what we got here. Somebody text me. Somebody been at the front door. Hold up. Who the fuck is that? Package face ass. Luis Severino, Mackenzie Gore. 7 bombs to righties for Luis Severino. Mackenzie Gore. Let me see something. Yeah. Mackenzie Gore's got a 33% K rate to lefties with at home to lefties. He's got a 40% K rate at home to lefties. Mm, that's interesting. Slider, fastball. Take a look at that slider. Left on left. Definitely they can go sit down off that slider. Nick Kurtz 2 for 16. Soderstrom 4 for 26. Not looking good versus that slider. And that's left on left. So it could be a few strikeouts there for the lefties, right? As of late, Blade is somebody who can hit lefties. Um, last month, Blade 2 for 2, 1 for 4, whatever, right? Slider and what was the other one? Fastball, left on left. Blade. Keep your eye and see if Blade's in the lineup, because I know historically Blade can hit lefties. Fastball is the one that he really likes. Blade from lefties. I remember that from last year. Last 2 weeks, I throw the pitch mix up there for a joint. Only two pitches. He's throwing these two pitches 40% of the time. Most of these guys are going to be looking for that fastball. Blade 3 for 3. Since he's sending these pitches from a lefty. So Blade is somebody you're going to be looking for in the lineup. He should be in the lineup. Kurt, 3 extra base hits in the last month, and one of those were a bomb. None of these guys are striking out, but Kurtz and Butler will be striking out. So look, I would look for Blade to be in the lineup today. I would. Okay, flipping it over to the righties here. Um, Harry Potter say Rooker for a bomb. Let me see Mackenzie Gore here. He's due, man. Gore, Rooker. Everybody here has struck out versus him. He hasn't seen Rooker. These are the guys he's seen. He hadn't seen the rest of those guys. Nobody but these guys right here. Uh, Back to the righties though. He's throwing Shea Langeliers 13 for 32 with 2 bombs. Okay. Rooker 12% K rate. You love to see that. Okay. How about the last 6 weeks since this is a lefty? I'm definitely looking at their K rates though. Okay, Langeliers batting 300. You don't see a lot of lefties though. So small sample size as you can see there. Last 3 weeks, Langeliers 4 for 9. Rooker 1 for 7. Okay. So what I want to do real quick here is sometime I need to go back to 2024 and see something. I know Rooker's number's going to look better 2024, just a tad bit better, just a tad bit better, right? Just a tad bit better. 11 extra base hits, 6 home runs. Okay, I'll go back to 2025 now. Sometimes I have to go in back and look. But as last 3 weeks, Rooker's 1 for 7. Langoliers is 4 for 9. Langoliers have been hot at one time. It's probably at the time where he was hitting everybody. Last 7 days, and then the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, hmm, hmm. I could also come over here and go versus lefties in general. No pitch mix versus lefties in general. Um, and see what these righties have done, just to get a feel of who's hitting lefties. So Langoliers, just versus lefties in general over the course of the season, he's batting 397. Wilson 355 and Rooker 294. Where are they on the road? Where versus lefties on the road, full season, Langoliers batting 419. Okay, that's just gonna give you a general idea who's hit lefties. Who's hit lefties. Last five weeks, um, Shea Langoliers. Okay, Shea Langoliers. Just in general, lefties in general, Shea Langoliers. Do I want to bet on him? I don't know. Sometimes I see a lot of green, and that shit still don't move me. You know, or it could be just me being stubborn or whatever. Because I don't bet that much on him. His splits, um, home versus lefties, he's batting 387. On the road versus lefties, he's batting 419. One bomb at home versus lefties, 3 bombs on the road versus lefties. The month of August, he's batting 462 with 1 home run. July, he hit 7 bombs in July. He's still batting 462 this season. 6 hits, 3 singles, 2 doubles, and a bomb. Um, WRC plus on the road versus lefties this year, 222. OPS 1100 versus on the road versus lefties. He will be on the road versus lefties. This is his best split. So, Shea Langoliers, this is his best split on the road versus lefties. So if you like that, I could numbers like that. I could still fade him. Right? It's just sometimes it be recency bias for me of who I've been betting on and stuff like that. But and then you got to look at. I mean, you could take a look at the pitching. Take pitching into consideration as well. You know what I'm saying? At home versus righties, Mackenzie Gore, 205 batting average, 4 home runs. So whatever, right? He just gave up 8 hits to Houston, 1 hit to Minnesota, 8 hits to San Diego. 6 runs to Houston, 1 run to Minnesota, 8 runs to San Diego. Don't think he's faced Athletics this game. Um, so he's taking Shea, total bases. Okay, sounds good to me. Um, Sliding over here to what was that? The Washington guys. So Severino, he's been better on the road. As you get, he's given up 7 bombs to righties, and then on the road, of those 7 bombs, he's given up 2 to righties. Sierra, but his averages and stuff like that, pretty green, pretty down, right? On to lefties, he's given up 6 bombs and 273 batting average on the road. Of those 6 bombs, he's given up 3 of them on the road. So he's been better on the road in general. We'll look at the lefties because that's where he looks like he's pitching his worst at. So we'll look at the Washington lefties, and that's those are the only guys I'll probably be looking at. Try to speed the stream up. Those are the guys that I feel more comfortable with putting my money on. I probably have never bet on a right hand batter from from Washington. He's throwing the what? Fastball 28% of the time. 3 bombs on that fastball. Scratch and Shay. Okay, bad. Yeah, for sure. Man, if you don't feel comfortable with it, even if they do pop off, you want to feel comfortable with it. You want to feel comfortable with it. What's up, Tiffany? What's going on? So we'll take a look at that fastball. I think, right? What's he throwing? Severino. Fastball 28% of the time. Not enough. Not enough for me to really single that out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just flip through this shit here, go to the last month, and see what I can see. Mm-mm. So Josh Bell look, Drew Mias. Who is that? Mm. Luis Garcia. But James Wood, Nathaniel Lowe, even CJ Abrams, they look sad. James Wood, 1 for 14. Mm. CJ Abrams, 4 for 16 in the last 2 weeks. Last 7 days, man. Robert Hassel, CJ Abrams 3 for 8 in the last 7 days. Look like he probably trying to wake up. CJ Abrams fly ball and pull air's kind of up. Robert Hassel, whatever, bro. Straight up. CJ Abrams might be trying to creep out of the, you know, out of the hole, but we'll see. Probably not one of my favorite games to target. I'm gonna keep it moving, okay? Uh, Baltimore and Philly, a game we're probably gonna want to look at and stuff like that. We will look at the Philly side of things first. Got Creamer on the mound, where he's giving up 10 home runs to lefties. Let me get his name up there real quick. Max Kepler has a bomb off him. Harrison Bader's got 3 hits off him. Okay. Um, Creamer. So 10 bombs to lefties. Creamer has 7 bombs to righties. They are on the road. As to where on the road of those 7 bombs to righties, he's given up 2 with a 298 batting average. And then on the road to lefties, 7 of his 10 home runs come to lefties on the road for Dean Creamer. So we'll take a look at those lefties first. Um, and he's throwing. Of course, we're gonna take a look at those lefties. He's the fastball is 30% of the time, and he's getting cracked. 4 home runs on that. It's pretty red right there. So I mean, 30% of the time, I'm not gonna single out that fastball. I'm just gonna look at a little bit of everything here, but I'm definitely gonna start with the last 5 weeks. And we know who Schwarber is and how good he is. And these guys, I see it in every stream. Schwarber, Harper, they twinning. They out there playing some good baseball right now. Schwarber got a 23 barrel rate right there, man. Fly ball is up, pulled air is up. Man, uh, Bryce Harper, 9 extra base hits and 4 bombs there. Mm, that's 3 weeks. Look at that. Schwarber, 10 for 21, 5 bombs. Bryce Harper, looking good. Brandon Marsh, 8 for 22. Last 2 weeks. Schwarber and Harper look good. Brandon Marsh for a hit. 7 days. Schwarber, 2 extra base hits and a bomb. That's the only hits he got. 2 extra base hits and a bomb. No striking out. Harper, 2 for 6. Whatever, right? Look at the righties here. To righties, he's throwing cutter, sinker, fastball. Cutter, sinker, fastball. Interesting. I'm doing a little bit of snooping here. We'll look at that cutter real quick. Okay. They ain't striking out on that cutter. Okay. Flip to that sinker real quick. They not striking out on that sinker either. The futon bets. You say, "What up, brother?" Milwaukee Brewers money line. Shout out to you. Definitely got interest in that. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think they facing a lefty too. We'll get to that game, and they definitely been dangerous versus lefties. Turner on that sinker, 8 extra base hits and a home run. Look at that there. None of these guys striking out on that sinker. It might be a long. It's gonna be a end up. Might be a end up. Might be in a long day for him. Krimmer. Oh my God, them righties look green on that sinker. They like that sinker. All right, let me put a few pictures together here. All those pictures together here, and just take a look. Because that man, you put Turner. Turner's batting 348 versus this pitch mix. I hit the home switch and see what they look like at home. 360. A lot of these guys batting good at home, and they've been playing good at home. Look at Otto Kemp, 445 at home. Yes, Jordan Brown, definitely, man. I know you got your notes out ready to roll. You and I already been on it probably last month. Skip to that. Harrison Bader, 7 for 22. Sosa, 6 for 19 with 2 bombs. Few guys striking out, whatever case may be. Last month at home, they look better. So, that's just showing you how a testament to what they've been doing at home too. They've been doing something at home. Last 2 weeks. Now, when I get like down to the last 2 weeks and stuff, I won't filter it to home in a way. That's just more like some in general type of shit. But they have shown the ability to strike out as of late. But how good they've been versus certain pitchers and stuff like that definitely overrides that. Harrison Bader looking pretty good, batting 400 on this pitch mix. Trey Turner looking pretty good. That adds that 1, 2, 3 punch to because you got Turner, Harper, and Schwarber. That's the 1, 2, 3 batter. So that's deadly, right? Last 7 days, Trey Turner's 1 for 7. There was a spot where Trey Turner looked good. I probably lost some money on him the other day or something like that. But as of late, these guys don't have a ton of hits, but it is what it is. They've shown the ability to play a little bit better at home. Turner, well, Schwarber and Harper, I mean, those are the guys for me. The rest of these guys here, you could figure it out. Now, when you get to, like in think about your opportunities, right? You got guys like, let's see, um, opportunities like Schwarber been hitting second, right? So just like last night, right? So Boba Fett was hitting second, and then you have Vladdy hitting third. Well, Boba Fett he hit two bombs, meaning he's cleaning everything up, just like Schwarber, cleaning everything up before it get to Bryce Harper, right? So you got a guy that's sitting in front of you hitting bombs. Sometimes you want to take that consideration when you bet RBIs and stuff like that, right? Because the motherfucker in front of you can, if he's green, it could be a problem, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? He Schwarber hit two bombs and what's the name hit two bombs. I think that shit was crazy, but that can happen, man. So you want to avoid that sometimes. So I know Jordan gonna come up with some fire again tonight, and I'm ready. You think that Zebu Taco worth a play? Yeah. What is it? I was already considering the 4.5 strikeouts. I was considering it. It's got to be 3.5. What is it? Let me see. I will take a stab at it. If you don't feel it, do not do it. I would. I don't mind taking a stab at it. I might take a stab at it. We'll see. Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, because I mean, what I was looking at was, I go back to the last month versus right hand pitching. Detroit, number one. Okay, striking out with a 98 WRC plus though. Last 14 days, Detroit, number one, right? Striking out versus right hand pitching, still with a 112 WRC plus, meaning they still can hit them, right? Last 7 days, they're getting a little bit better, right? Kerry Carpenter's back, da 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 da. 134 planet appearances, still 24% K rate, but a 168 WRC plus. A 168 WRC plus, weighted runs created plus, that's 68 above average. That's what they want. 100 is average. Everything above 100 is that much above average. That's 68, right? So, you know, that's the last 7 days. And then when I compared the bats for the last 7 days, the lefties look great for the last 7 days for Detroit. The righties looked, you know what I'm saying? So if I was to go Zebby Matthews, maybe I would come over here. Zebby. Just on some real quick shit. He's got a 35% K rate to lefties, 22% K rate to righties. The lefties looked good. I don't know. Um, on the road versus lefties, he's still stagnant with his 31% K rate. There is some strikeouts that could be had, but the last 7 days, those lefties look good. It's a shame we got to break down 4Ks, but it is what it is. Yeah. So flipping over here to Baltimore as to where they'll see Taiwan Walker. He ain't giving up. He hasn't given up more than 3 runs this season. 7 home runs to lefties and righties. Pitching is worst at home versus righties. It's giving up 6 bombs at home versus righties. Now, Black Harry Potter says he likes um, Cowser. I'm probably gonna like. I'm probably gonna like. I'm probably gonna like Tyler O'Neill again. He's giving up 6 bombs at home versus righties. This is Taiwan Walker at home versus righties right here. A lot of red. So what is he throwing? Slider, sinker, cutter. I need to take a quick look at that. Now, Tyler O'Neill is one of those guys that can come out here and give you multiple home runs a game or just get very hot. I think Westberg hit a bomb the other day, so this is the slider. Westberg, wait a minute, he might have hit a bomb yesterday. Struck out on that slider. Let me see though. Westberg doesn't mind that slider. So he might be, he's considerate. Um, in fact, wait a minute. You know what? I'll just do it like this. Get all his pictures up there. Westberg. I click on Westberg right here. Look at the pitches. Pitching breakup. So over the course of the season, Westberg is green on his 3 top primary pitches, 4 for 12 on that cutter. He's 11 for 30, 32 on that sinker. He's 9 for 24 on that slider. Those are good numbers there, right? Now, those are individual pitches. I can bring it in to the last 4 weeks just to take another look at those same pitches with that same usage and see how he's been hitting. And he's been hitting it, right? Pause. But you know what I mean. He's been hitting that pitch mix, and I think Jordan Westberg is fine right there. Now if something else pops out, how about where they at? On the road. He goes from a 353 to a 382 on the road. Bring it on in to the last month. 10 for 23 in the last month, batting for 100. No home runs, 2 extra base hits. Tyler O'Neill don't look too good. Tyler O'Neill's 1 for 13 in the last month versus pitch mix. I'll go to the last 2 weeks. That one in the last 2 weeks for Tyler O'Neill was a bomb, right? And remember, he's just getting back, stuff like that. Westberg still looks pretty good, not striking out. That's what you like there. Last 7 days. And O'Neill hit a bomb within this pitch mix in the last 7 days, which was when? Um, Off that slider on the 29th. Okay. So remember, um, he's pitching his worst to righties. Taiwan Walker. Uh, let's see what we got here. Got a few strikeouts on these motherfuckers. Westberg struck out 3 times versus him. Adley, Tyler O'Neill struck out twice. He hasn't seen, yeah, Gunnar Henderson's 1 for 6. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's flip over to these lefties. Now, I do like Westberg. Looking at the numbers, I do like Westberg. And like I said, Tyler O'Neill, he's been warm as of late. So Taiwan Walker, 7 bombs to lefties and at home versus lefties. He's given up 2 of those bombs at home versus lefties. So he's throwing splitter, cutter, and some more shit, right? I'll take a look at that splitter real quick since that's the primary joint there. Gunner's gonna like this splitter, I believe. So yeah, he's got 3 extra base hits and a bomb on it. He's only 6 for 22, but he has a 545 slug and a 273 ISO. Uh, mm, Holiday is 6 for 22. All right, let's bring it on. It's just one pitch. This is just a splitter. This is primary. I want to see what they look like versus it. Okay. Uh, so he's gonna be throwing that a little bit more to lefties. All the pitches right here. Holiday 6 for 18 lately. Not a lot that's glaringly standing out to me. What's the team total here? Four and a half for both teams. Mine favored to the over for Philly, -140, -110 to Baltimore. What I can do is I can go over here and rewind it back and take the pitch mix down and just looking at it as a straight right hand pitching. On the season, Gunner is batting 300 versus right hand pitching. Holiday batting 272. Gunner 10 bombs. Holiday 7 bombs. Adley 7 bombs. Cowser 7 bombs. As of wait. On the road versus lefties, Cowser 6 of his 7 bombs come on the road versus lefties. I mean versus righties. I'm sorry. Well, all those home runs came on the road, right? He's only got 6 on the road. I fit the road switch. Yeah, all his home runs came on the road there. Um, Bringing it back on lately, last 3 weeks versus righties. In general, no pitch mix. Gunner 359, Holiday 318, and Gunner 9% K rate. Adley 5 for 16, 4 extra base hits. Gunner 7 extra base hits. That's the last 3 weeks. Last 7 days, Gunner versus right hand pitching alone, no pitch mix, 6% K rate, 7 hits, 2 extra base hits. So it is what it is with that situation right there. Um, don't know which way I want to go with this. I do like the Philly side looks a little bit better to me as far as the bats. The pitching, don't know what to say with the pitching here. Um, if you think, I think if you think that Baltimore can put up some runs here, you might be able to look at the over here for sure. Taking Tyler for a hit, scratch Tyler. Westberg it is. Holiday, question mark. Freddie Freeman for a bomb. Futon Bet say Freddie Freeman for a bomb. Okay. Uh, Next game. Um, Let me see something. Because they did shut my channel down earlier, so I could have probably been getting done with this shit by now. Could have been done with this shit by now, but for those purposes, I was kind of salty. I didn't look into things. So we got Kansas City Royals. I'm gonna take a skip. I'm gonna skip that one for bats purposes. We got over under 8 in this spot. 8.5 in this one here. Freddie Peralta, Joey Wentz. Joey Wentz. Zach Littell, Chicago. Zach Littell will give up a bomb, but he's also pitched okay too. He will give up a bomb. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Let me see. Will Warren. Another 8 total here. Nathan Evaldi. Another 8 total here. Mm. We'll look at this. Miles McCollus. How about we look at this 11 Toronto. We'll look at this 11 and a half. We'll look at this 9 and this 9 right here, right? These totals. How I feel about Marte. Yesterday I really liked Marte. You talking about Cattell? Yesterday I really liked Marte. I'm gonna single out 3 more games. I'm gonna check out 3 more games, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking about looking at here. I'll tell you what I'm thinking about looking at. Right. Uh, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. 8.5. Huh. Let's look at this. Fuck. Let's look at this Cleveland game. Logan Allen here. He's won 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his last 6 games. He's given up more than 3 runs a few times, more than 4 runs once, 14 bombs, 17% K rate. Where you at? On the road versus the Mets. This XFIP is pretty high here to lefties. Um, 6.3, 4.9 to righties. The Mets probably about to hit this mother. Expected slugging, K percentage down. 9.8 barrel. Let's see what we got. Sinker, sweeper. Who the fuck is Logan Allen? Black Heavy Powder said Soto bomb. But that sinker, let's see. Okay, Soto's seen him. He's 2 for 3 versus him with 2 walks as well. Okay. 2 for 3 with 2 walks. All right. That sinker, I got that feeling. Soto's gonna like that sinker. New York Mets. Logan Allen. Sinker. Brett Beatty. Soto 6 for 33. Cedric Mullins. None of them striking out versus that. So that's and I ain't too much worried about the strikeouts. No way. Okay. Throw the rest of them pitches in there. Nemo McNeil. Nemo Soto is down versus this pitch mix. At home, McNeil 5 for 14, 3 extra base hits. Nemo 11 for 36. Soto 12 for 49. At home, last month. Offense ain't been all that as of late, so it is what it is, right? Let me flash over real quick, right? Flash over to 2024. How did they do? Soto had a monstrous season versus this pitch mix last year. He had a whopping 9% K rate full season, 14 extra base hits, 9 bombs, and 325 batting average last year. And Nemo batted 292 versus this pitch mix last year. This is last year, right? Just sometimes I have to go back down memory lane just to see if they've hit this shit in the past. Um, yeah, for sure. Black Harry. Um, the righties though. Take a look at them. Right hand hitters. Allen is throwing fastball, changeup, sweeper. Not nothing that I really want to single out. Alonso hit a bomb yesterday. If you want to heat check him, be my guest, 29% K rate. Lindor has a 9% K rate on his pitch mix all season long. That's pretty good. Couple that with the fact that Allen is giving up 10 bombs to righties and only a 16% K rate, meaning he's probably not striking the motherfuckers out anyway. So that's another thing there. And then if I put the roll switch on it, he's giving up 3 of those home runs on the roll, and his K percent is still sitting the same, around 16%. That is not high at all. On the road, he does give up a higher barrel. As you can see right here, 7.9. When I hit the roll switch, 10% barrel rate is in the red. So he can't get barreled up. Pete Alonso with the slugging and the ISO right there, and the high barrel rate right there. So that's an indicator, right? Kind of like an indicator. Pete Alonso at home versus pitch mix. 10 for 42. Woba slugging, ISO, 8 extra base hits, 6 bombs, 19 barrel rate at home versus pitch mix. Lindor 3 extra base hits, 3 bombs. ISO was up. Um, um, his uh his um his slugging is up, and whatever strikeouts look like he's came at home anyway. So Lindor and him and Lindor starting to look okay there. Breaking it down to the last month just to see what the Mets ain't been looking good versus nobody like that the last month, but Alonso 2 bombs. Lindor 2 for 16. Ain't too much I can do to help this out, right? There's 216 and there's 3 for 15. I can't help it out. One thing I will say is the barrel is there, right, for Alonso, and we know he's giving up barrels on the road. Last 2 weeks, like I said, there's pretty much nothing I can do to help out. Last 2 weeks, Alonso 2 bombs, ISO slugging is up there. Barrel was still there, right? Last 7 days, what did he hit that bomb off of yesterday? This is probably it right here. Let's take a look. Hitting game log, exit velo, home run on the first. So that wasn't even the home run that he hit yesterday. Did he hit a home run yesterday, or am I tripping? Marte, what Marte? Starling Marte? Oh, Starling Marte? He's 0 for 5 the last 7 days. You gotta see if he's gonna be in the lineup. 2 for 10 in the last three weeks. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I don't think I would be betting on him, but he's a professional MLB baseball player, so you never know. Anything can happen. If I was to take anybody for a bomb here, would be Alonso. Alonso is a home run candidate for me. The barrel and stuff is there. And you know it is what it is. So I like that. But anything can happen. And lefties get a semi bump. So Soto, those guys, they in play. They in play. Mets need to turn it around anyway. Shit. Clay Holmes. Um, Wait a minute. Logan Allen was a lefty. Hmm. What the fuck? The Mets ain't been good versus lefties, but it ain't nothing. I still don't want to bet. I still don't want to bet on Clay Holmes at all. I remember the Mets ain't been good versus. I didn't know Clay Holmes was a lefty. I mean, late Logan Allen. I'm sorry, but I can look. I know they ain't been good versus lefties. Last month, uh, New York Mets 23% with a 68 WRC plus. That's terrible as hell. Hey, niece, how you doing? How you doing? What you going? What you got going? I know y'all having fun without me. I gotta be up there in the morning. I gotta be up there in the morning to get Raya. Yes, I do. You know they shut my channel down for this last yesterday. I was mad. Last night, I woke up this morning, my channel was gone, girl. Straight up. They need to stop playing. Um, Let me see. Uh yeah, so last 2 weeks, New York Mets 71 WRC plus, just not good. Oh, get your why dad. I don't know. They made a mistake. They made a mistake. They made a mistake. I got it all squared out. Got it all squared out. You got some gas money? You got some gas money for tomorrow? All right. Yeah, so be wary of that. Lately they haven't been hitting lefties that good, right? So it is what it is with that situation. Uh Cleveland though, looking at Cleveland here. Clay Holmes. I'll be looking at these righties. I really want to look at these righties. Oh, you gotta figure it out, then. You gotta figure it out. Last month for Cleveland, because that's when they've been picking it up a little bit. So that's what I want to see. Arias, that's not enough. All right, so I know we want to see J Ram, so let's take a look there. To the lefties there. Um, Ramirez. He's got 11 extra base hits and 9 bombs on this pitch mix with a 10% K rate. Steven Kwan batting 346 with an 8% K rate. So you can look at those guys to try to make some contact there. Bringing it in last month. Probably about the last 3 weeks is where Cleveland started to hit as a whole. 280. Angel Martinez got a couple bombs. Sneeman did a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Santana, Kwan, Rocio, and Ramirez. K percentage is down. I imagine some of the damage they've been doing in the last 2 weeks too. I always just stick to the Jose Ramirez theory here. He's pretty good at baseball. We pretty much know that. His barrel, he's got the barrel, the pulled air, and the fly ball looks decent for him. A 5% K rate there. Uh, Rocio, interesting looking player here. Um, Naylor's got a bomb in the last 2 weeks, but as long as you're not striking out, you got a walk, a bloop, a blast, boom. That's a few runs there. But just sticking to the script, Ramirez would be the guy that I would be looking at for sure, right? So it is what it is with that situation. If I was deciding to bet on one of these guys, sometimes I bet on one of these guys when I feel like it. Sometimes I don't feel like it. Uh, um, so Joey Wentz, Freddie Peralta. Freddie Peralta's gonna throw that fastball and challenge you to hit that sucker en route to trying to get those strikeouts. Joey Wentz, let me see, Joey Wentz, is a lefty, definitely. Milwaukee, they didn't put up 4 runs on him last month. Milwaukee has been hitting lefties, right? Let's take a look at uh, Milwaukee versus these lefties here. 49% of the time he's throwing that fastball, then that cutter. Okay, look at that fastball. Left on left crime here. Um, Christian Yelich, Frelick. These guys, they can hit it, right? They can hit that left. They can hit that fastball. Andrew Vaughn's going to be very interesting. I know that. Christian Yelich, whatever, right? Right there, I'll throw in the rest of his pitches right there. Not even going. So he's only throwing a few. I can't talk you off any one of those guys for a hit. Truth be told, I'm gonna look at the righties. What's he throwing to the righties? Fastball and cutter. Cutter's giving up 4 bombs on that cutter, and he's giving up a little bit more power on that cutter, and he's getting the fastball's getting hit. Uh, we'll take a look at that fastball where he's getting hit at to righties. Churio, don't know if he's going to be back. He's mega green. Um, Andrew Vaughn, 400 on that fastball, 12% K rate. Yeah, okay. Last month. Damn. Contreras, 4 for 7, 2 extra base hits, a bomb. Andrew Vaughn, 6 for 7 with a bomb, batting 800 on that fastball. Shit. All right. Let me get off that fastball right there. What was the other pitch again? The cutter. 1 for 7. Andrew Vaughn's 1 for 7. 1 extra base hit. 14% K rate. So I can't talk you off of that. Cheerios probably hurt. Okay. Put them all together. Churio, Contreras, Ortiz, 16% K rate. Durbin. All right, bring it on in. Last month, Contreras 6 for 12, 3 extra base hits and a bomb. Um, Andrew Vaughn probably hadn't seen some of the other pitches, but one extra base hit that was a bomb. 6 for 8. Ortiz, 2 weeks. You don't see many lefties. The lefties they have saying they have been hitting them. This team as a whole can hit lefties. Okay. Um, I'm definitely going to look at this Atlanta side for strikeout purposes. We know how much Freddie Peralta throws that fastball. I don't even have to look at the percentages. I'm gonna just throw the fastball up there and see how they look. Uh, Eli White, Acuna. I guess those guys are hurt. At least Acuna. Projected lineup here. Oh, we do got weather implications too, so keep an eye out on that. Baldwin, Olson, Murphy, Harris. Okay. Now the thing with Peralta, sometimes he don't hit them out props. So, it is what it is with that situation. But there's some strikeouts there. There are off versus this fastball. Last month, still a few strikeouts in the area, but they have been looking good versus their fastball, right? So that's a good indicator that they probably won't be hitting that much. Sean Murphy looks terrible in the last 2 weeks. He's 1 for 11. That's crazy work, but it is what it is. So I will rewind it back, flip over to the lefties, and still look at that fastball for them as well. Because, like I said, he's throwing that fastball a ton, probably over 50% to lefties and righties. Olson is probably hurt. Baldwin looks pretty good. Baldwin likes that fastball. Shout out to um, whoever that was that liked Baldwin. Too far up. But yeah, so Baldwin first that fastball looks pretty good there. Um, mm, Last 3 weeks, Michael Harris 5 for 13, Baldwin 4 for 12. I wouldn't look at those guys for power, but okay, Black Harry Potter, he said that was me. I wouldn't look at those guys for too much power, but um, Harris last 3 weeks he does have 3 extra base hits on that fastball with a 23% barrel. So that's pretty cool there, right? Last 7 days, man, right? Last 2 weeks, Harris. That's the last 2 weeks for Harris on that fastball. Just to run a quick check there to make sure I was right. Uh, he's throwing that fastball 59% of the time to lefties, and to righties, he's throwing that fastball 58% of the time, right? So I can throw in the rest of those pitches there. And I'll stop at the first month and then dump those pitches in and see how they look. The last month, profile 10 for 32. I don't even know where he came from because he didn't just pop up. So he probably asked versus the fastball. Who knows? But this is these guys the last 2 months. Last month, 5 extra base hits for Harris, one bomb. Uh, Last 2 weeks, full pitch mix, profile 7 for 21, 16% K rate, 2 extra base hits. Michael Harris 6 for 15. It is what it is, right? Mm. Mm. All they got to do is not strike out, and they can get to him, right? They got to not strike out. And like I said, the thing about Freddie Peralta is look at the writers. Think about Freddie Peralta. He'll throw that fastball. He'll throw it, and then look at them righties. They look bad. Wow. Versus all these pitches. All this red. Look like Connect 4. How about the last 2 weeks? Yeah, the righties the ones go sit down somewhere. So you will definitely want to when you're looking at that and when you're looking at the lineups, when the lineups come out and you see them righties in there, you can count them for strikeouts. But we'll see, right? We'll see how the lineup's gonna go. And if they bend that lineup too much, you definitely gonna look at Milwaukee. But Milwaukee should be the play. You know what I'm saying? Should be the play. They're probably gonna be heavy favorites here. Uh where's the game lines at? Do I have to refresh this? 7.5. Hmm. What's the strikeout line? 6.5 at plus 140. Hmm. That's interesting. Very interesting. Um, Freddie Peralta, 3 Ks versus Chicago. They don't strike out that much. Miami, 9 Ks, which Miami don't strike out that much most of the time. 4 Ks versus the Dodgers. 7 versus Washington. 7 versus the Dodgers. 6, 8, 6, 6, 3, 9, 6. Whatever the case may be. I don't I couldn't talk you off of it, bro. Straight up, I couldn't talk you off of it. If you wanted to get there, that's good money. But like I said, the pitches for him can get scarce. The innings, the outs can get scarce, right? Last 3 games, 93 pitches, 5 innings, 98 pitches, 5 innings. And if they got any type of resemblance where they can, you know, or this could be a game where he can give you 10 Ks. You never know, right? He don't have 10 Ks. I wouldn't have thought he didn't have 10 Ks this season, and he doesn't, right? But he's getting close, right? 9 Ks to Miami. Hmm. Hmm. We'll see. Let me see something. Right hand pitching. I just want to see the last 7 days. Atlanta. 6 in striking out last 7 days with a 76 WRC plus. I'll go back to the last 14 days just to give you guys a little bit of, last 14 days. Atlanta, number 9. Remember, they face some injuries, and it's whatever. They face some injuries, and hey, that's within the last week. So I definitely want to look and see within the last week. Um, 255. Sorry, I wasn't able to. Man, they pulled that little trick with the game with my channel, man. Dang. And then I get ready. I gotta get ready to go to work. But I'm still gonna be looking at work. But at the end of the day, um, we're gonna take a look at this Blue Jays game here real quick. All right. Dang, man. That is not what I was trying to do though. I ain't gonna lie. The Blue Jays game, I was trying to go through this whole slate today. Colorado, Toronto. Anthony Molina. Who is Tina? Who was that? Mm. I got to take a road trip tomorrow, man. And then Friday, Thursday we got like 3 games, and then Friday we back on the road. We do have preseason NFL Friday, Thursday, and probably so on and so forth. So I'll see what I can do for those preseason Thursday games. Okay, but tomorrow I probably won't be able to. I probably won't be here tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna have to get up. I'll get off at 2 a.m. Make it home about 2:30 a.m. Sleep by 3 a.m. and back up by about 8, 9 a.m. to hit the road. And then hit the road, then come back, and then go to work. And then, oh my God. Thursday, I might want to sleep in. But Wednesday, tomorrow, I won't be here unless I put some shit together today at work and do a recording or something like that. But let's take a look at this game here. Who the hell was that guy name? What was his name? Anthony Molina. '51 strikeouts on 69 innings pitched. He's giving up 9 bombs in this time frame right here. He can walk some folks too. This boy's about to get his ass tore up. And the team that don't strike out any of that, fastball, changeup, slider. Oh, his pop. Oh, they got him up there. I ain't have to go get his pictures. Okay. Anywhere he go, he finna get his ass lit up. I don't know how long he gonna be out there. So yesterday, I was telling y'all about Bet 365. If you don't got Bet 365, then it is what it is. But I was telling y'all yesterday, games like this, your favorite bet. Jackson like that boy for a home run. And he hit two yesterday, but he did clear the ladder on hits, runs, and RBIs. And like I said, they let you go up to Bet 365 let you go up to 8, right? So when you look, the number's going to be inflated for Baltimore for this game, Colorado Rockies. But if you was to take it over to about 8, yeah, right. You get some good numbers. You know what I'm saying? Plus 1400, plus 1200, plus 1600. Those are hits, runs, and RBIs. I've seen it all the way up to about plus 6,000, maybe 8,000. But this game, odds will be inflated because of the game, because of this atmosphere, the stadium, and things like that. If you was to look at a regular game, let's say uh, something like the Mets or something like that, then yeah, you'll see some 4,000 and 5,000. That's for 8 hit runs and RBIs. 6 hits, runs, and RBIs going to get you like closer into the 1,000 runs and stuff like that. So, but like I said, when you expect traffic to be on the bases in games like this, you can really, really, really rack up some hits, runs, and RBIs here. Like I said, Bo Bichette smashed this yesterday. It was probably higher odds, uh, but right now it's sitting at a plus 1,400. Vladdy sitting at a plus 1,200 for 8 for the max hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay, that's my favorite batting prop. My style of play is to target traffic on the basis and just let it roll, right? Just like rolling the dice and let it roll. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Targeting bad pitching because that's what we do, right? That's what we're supposed to do. So rewinding it back here, just going back to the last 2 weeks and stuff like this. Um, Sometimes when you got a team like this, Sandy, this team here, they don't strike out much and shit like that. It's just, it's just it's bad. It can be bad for opposing pitchers. It's going to be a bad for this opposing pitcher here. So just see who's going to be in the lineup and you work with it from there. Last 2 weeks, Vladdy's batting 400. Clement's batting 400. Bobachet high 300s, coming off a 2 home run game. Shit like that. Last 7 days, and none of those pitches that he thrown, Bobachet hit a home run off neither one of those. So that's something to look at there. Clement, last 7 days, 4 for 2012. And then, like a lot of that stuff, these guys were hot, right? So Vladdy, he's only 1 for 7, but keep in mind, it's cores, man, straight up. It's cores, and it is what it is, right? Excuse me, looking at these lefties here. And then the bullpen, like, they're gonna be going upside the bullpen and all that stuff, man. So I got my notepads right here, stream deck right there, a few other things right there, my microphone right there. Okay. Um, Joey, what's his name? Lopafito or whatever the case may be. He's down there hiding. 10, 10 hits, uh, 24 at bats, 4 extra base hits, 3 bombs, 30% K rate though. So and this boy, he's only giving up home runs. He's pitching his worst to lefties. Okay, so last month here, man. Okay, Wagner, Loperfido. I don't know how long this guy's gonna be out there, right? I don't, but oh yeah, Clement had about 4 or 5 hits yesterday, didn't he? 4? Was it 4? I don't know. So Loper, this kid here, just I mean, anybody could pop off here. I just want to take a good look. I just wanted to take a good look. Take a good look at the on Colorado side here. Barrios on the mound versus lefties, 6 bombs versus righties for Barrios, 13 bombs versus righties. We'll look at these righties here. Um, Barrios here. Tyler Freeman. Harry Potter was on Freeman. So, 10 extra base hits for him, no home runs on this pitch mix. ISO is down. K percentage is down, so you like that. Um, Last month, Jordan Beck got 2 bombs. Excuse me, y'all. Jordan Beck got 2 bombs. He's about 400 in the last month. If you think these guys can score anything, you can take the over. Sometimes you get these teams in there, they put the over up themselves. Last 2 weeks, Jordan Beck with a bomb, Estrada with a bomb, Tovar with a bomb. Last 2 weeks, Jordan Beck 8 for 15, batting 533 with 11% K rate. Last 7 days, Jackson liked him for a bomb. Warming Barnabell 5 for 12, 417. Estrada, there's some green here, right? Some green here. Goodman 0 for 5, Dora 1 for 4. This is the last 7 days. Rewind it back here. Full season. Now you want to show Colorado some love. You want to hit the home switch because their ballpark is a different beast. And I'll go through it at home only, right? So Beck, 3 bombs at home. Tovar, 1 bomb at home. Freeman, he's batting 469 on the season versus pitch mix at home. Bringing it back in. Last month, all these motherfuckers green at home, right? At home. Last 2 weeks, still green. And the strikeouts, it's very interesting. Very interesting. You know, last 7 days at home, Barnabelle 4 for 10, 3 for 6, whatever, right? They pretty green. No, they're not playing in Toronto. They in Coors. They're in Coors. They play series. So, whatever games they got in that stadium that week, they play them all in that stadium versus that team. The lefties here. Take a look at the lefties. Flick Jose Barrios is giving up 6 bombs to lefties. Moniak. Wait, I thought they were in Toronto. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, for sure. They don't switch. No, they don't switch. When they play that series, they all play them in that same part. They don't go back and forth. Now, Moniak, 17 extra base hits, 10 bombs, right? Toglia got a few bombs. Lefty's not looking so good right now. Um, last 4 weeks, Moniak, right? Nobody else pretty much. But I'll put it back to the and I'll just filter it at home because we know what this ballpark does. So full season at home, Moniak. Um, I'll tell you like this: full season. Yeah, series. They all be at that joint at that one place. So they stay in town and all that, right? So full season for Moniak in general, 17 extra base hits, 10 home runs. Of the 17 extra base hits and 10 home runs at home, 10 extra base hits and five home runs come at home, right? And the rest of this I'm getting ready to show you is getting ready to be at home. So I'll come back down here to the last month at home. You have to filter these guys out like that. Them righties looked good as of late, though. Um, and they've been at home. I think this will be their second series back to back. 7 for 20, two extra base hits, one home run, 19% K rate. Fly ball to pull errors, man, right? Last 2 weeks, Moniak at home, 2 for 9, whatever, right? I don't know who this kid is, Yariel Franquid Fernandez, but look out for him. But that's that in a nutshell, right? I will be last 7 days, so he's hit a bomb. He's 3 for 7, a 42% K rate. Um, look out for him. But at the end of the day, yeah, they shut my channel down last night. So I wasn't able to go through the slate. This is 2 days in a row. But this day I was gonna smash the slate. So I gotta get ready for work. Um Freddie, I'll tell you for the games that I didn't look at, what I would be thinking about, and I would look into Garrett Crochet's numbers in some shape, form, or fashion. They minus 250 favorites though, so that's pretty hefty. Maybe a outs, maybe a strikeouts, or maybe just a fade. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a quick same game parlay if you like Boston. I don't know. I didn't look at the game, so I'm gonna fall back here. I did not. Well, I did look at this. Let me just go do my full spiel. How about that? And let's get out of here. So and I'll tell you what I looked at and what I'm getting ready to look for. Okay, I'm getting ready to look for. All right, so Minnesota, Detroit. Lately, Kerry Carpenter, he's hitting that fastball as of late. Last 7 days, he got 2 bombs on that fastball. The thing about Zary Matthews, he don't throw that fastball that much. That's his top pitches. The lefties for Detroit, last 7 days look great. Okay, last 7 days, especially versus pitch mix, look great. So you know it is what it is with that situation. Let me refresh this just in case we got a lineup or two out, and we do, right? So um McKinstry and I think Colt Keith, yeah. So oh my God, okay, Kerry Carpenter is in there. I'll be looking at Kerry Carpenter hits, runs, and RBIs right there in that spot there. Um, Colt Keith, McKinstry, I like those two as well. Um, Wallner, you can heat check him for a bomb. If I'm looking at for bombs from this game, it would be Carpenter and Wallner. Actually, I probably wanted to put Wallner above Carpenter, but we'll see. But Wallner and Carpenter, Royce Lewis is a guy that I like probably for a hit, something like that, right? Um, Pitchers Park here, two teams that just seen each other, and both of these teams playing pitchers parks. So not my favorite game for bats. You can back the pitchers some shape, form, or fashion. Over under 7.5, whatever you want to do that, right? Miami and Houston. Um, Kyle Cruncher is pitching his worst versus righties. He's gonna see a ton of righties. Every motherfucker in this lineup is a righty except for Sanchez. So that's that. Yainer Diaz is the one guy that I really, really liked versus this pitch mix. He's probably like 9 for 18, 17, something in the last 7 days. So he's got a nice sample size, but righties get a bump here, right? I wanted to look at, we're going to get Blue Bar as the primary. I didn't even want to wreck my brain trying to look at these pictures. So, I mean, Skywers is always in play for a bomb. I'm not even going to talk about the Miami Bats, though. Um, Langoliers look pretty good. He's leading off. They seen it. They know it. Blade is hitting cleanup, right? So when we looked at it, we know that Langolier's been hitting lefties all season long. This is his best split. Over 200 WRC plus on the road versus lefties. Mackenzie Gore is pretty good, right? Blade has been known to hit lefties. If I'm looking at these guys, I'm looking at these two guys. I'm looking at these guys right here. Langoliers and Blade. That's what the numbers pointing to, so it is what it is. As of late, Kurt showed flashes of hitting lefties, but I'm gonna just stick with the Langoliers and the Blade, guys who on paper who are really hitting lefties for real. Um, I'm taking a rain check on these Washington bats. It did look like CJ Abrams, as the last 7 days, wanted to come around, but I don't know what's up with James Wood and the rest of these motherfuckers. Straight up. Um, of course, Schwarber and Harper is off the chain, right? Um, Righties not striking out off of those few Kremers pitches here. We got an over under 10 in this spot. Both team totals 4.5, favored to the over for Philly. Baltimore's on its way to being favored. I just don't know where I just don't. I'll say for the Baltimore, Westberg looked like the one, at least for a hit. Gunnar Henderson, you can count him in there. Um, O'Neal, if you want a heat check, Tyler O'Neal, be my guest, right? I still like Philly in this one. Kansas City, like I said, didn't look at this game. The New York Mets, they haven't been good versus lefties, okay? But if I'm taking anybody for a bomb here, it'll be I'm gonna have to go on a limb and go with Pete Alonso. Even though it don't look pretty, but his barrel numbers and stuff I liked. Now the lefties get a semi bump, so you can look at Soto and Lindor and things of that nature. I mean Soto and Nemo, but I don't know, man. I think it's Pete Alonso for me. Ramirez hits always in play. Um, Milwaukee versus a lefty. They've been crushing lefties. Andrew Vaughn, I really like Andrew Vaughn there. And, they've been crushing lefties. And I don't want anything to do with Atlanta. You got to get a good number on the strikeouts for Peralta. 6.5 at a good numbers. I think I probably would take a stab there, right? I think I would. I think I am. Um, didn't look at this. Didn't look at this Texas game here. Um, I would be looking at. I would. I would look at Valdi's outs, pitching outs, or something like that. And if I'm not mistaken, Will Warren kind of ailing versus lefties. I have to go back and look though. But that's what I'll be looking into. Nathan Valdi's pitching outs in some shape, form, or fashion, and checking to see how Warren is versus lefties. Littell, right? Littell will give up a bomb, okay? But he still can pitch, he still pitches good, but he'll give up some power. That's what it is with him. So the home runs are in play. We got the winds blowing in, could possibly help Shota and Manana because Shota is a fly ball pitcher, right? So it could help him, but I'll be looking at the Cubs to see if I can find a person beyond reasonable doubt that I really think that can hit a bomb here, and it's probably going more likely it's going to be a lefty. All out warfare in this Toronto game. Moniak, I don't want to do any other lefties. The righties for Colorado look like they could do some damage, straight up. Um, Ty France, I mean, we're going to see who's going to be in the lineup here, but it's the usual suspects for Toronto. You know what it is. Pepioi, I'll be looking into his strikeouts. Okay. I'll be looking into his strikeouts. I'll be looking into if I think he can get to his pitching outs. Jose Soriano, he's one that he's a high ground ball pitcher, but I don't mind targeting him at home. I have to go back and fact check that though. I didn't look at this game, but I know what we're looking for. Wu, he's been phenomenal in the outs category. I don't know if he got to the outs his last game. I'm taking a rain check on that though. On this full game, I got to go see what I got to see. This lineup is fucking dangerous as hell. Seattle's though, they can go crazy. My guy, a throwback say Otani sold me last night on two bases. Crazy. What about Bogarts? I think he's in a weak spot. Bogarts, with Ryan Nelson, I have to go back and look at numbers for Ryan Nelson. I don't too much look at the weak spots. I ain't even gonna lie, but I'm just straight up pitcher versus a batter versus the pitch mix type of guy. But I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at that. Marte, I liked him for a home run yesterday. It could be a day late thing, but truth be told, I have to go back in and look at Darvish and Ryan Nelson because I forgot what they have going on. I'm sorry. The Dodgers here, I think, uh, I think, uh, I think, I think the Dodgers put belt to ass today, but I don't know about winning games and stuff. That's why it's easy. I mean, Angle says easy. That's why you should look at team totals and stuff like that. Okay. But I need to look at that. And I'd imagine Dodgers team total might be 4.5. It might be 5.5. We'll have to go. We have to take a look. But just off first glance, an easy teensy weensy. Oh shit, Max Muncy. That's who I've been waiting for. Max Muncy. I lean towards the over. I lean towards the over team total for the Dodgers, bro. I mean, that's my guy. He was balling, right? They ain't been doing shit since Max Muncy been gone. Y'all already know that. Y'all know that, right? Damn, I didn't even see that. Sneaky spot. Okay, you like him. I'm checking him for sure. J Main. What up? What up, though? Yep, look at Muncie. Muncie plays last night. Damn, I'm asleep. I ain't been fucking with them Dodgers at all. Seems like I've been waiting for them. All right, Jackson. One more time, what they like, and I'm out of here. Jackson likes Stanton for a bomb. Warman Barnaba for a bomb, Colorado Rockies. Tyler O'Neill for a bomb. He could be hot. He's streaky. Um, then looking at the next plays here, they like Zebby Matthews over 4.5 pitching strikeouts. There, he's over an 8 of 10. Um, Garrett Crochet, they like his strikeouts. I don't know because I didn't look at it. Right, he's over in 7 of 10. Ryan Pepiot, I did like that. His pitching outs, they like his pitching outs. I got to go solidify what I was looking at. He's over in 7 of 10. Zach Littell over in 17.5 pitching outs versus my Chicago Cubs. Probably could get there. Who knows? But they like him. Um, Over in Toronto game. Stanton for a bomb. They doubling down on Stanton for a home run today. Josh Jung over a hit in 10 straight. Vaughn over a hit in 10 straight. Peace out.